times I only sort of knew they were interesting people from afar. I didn't really have some sense of who they were. And I decided that it would be worth spending a summer prior to the year that I was going to spend in Israel, figuring out what this present tense scene was. I learned very quickly that it wasn't just an opportunity to meet fun people. That was college, and every stage of my belonging to Jewish communities, whether it was day school, summer camp, or other institutions before that. Present tense was a very deliberate community that was built around a philosophy of what's called open source sharing. The sharing of information, the free sharing of information, and the growth of different ventures, whatever they were, and whether they were related to one another or in opposition to one another ideologically. The idea that young people have the potential to take an idea and actually construct something real from it. So it was a real a laboratory in practice. And what I learned from present tense was that the idea of sharing information freely, which may seem counterintuitive when you have a lot of proprietary information or whatever it is that you're working on, is actually it's a philosophy of life that one should embrace. And I think that every one of the mentors that I found in the present tense program, and subsequently as a result of my participating in present tense in the Schusterman Insight Fellowship. I know Sandy is obstructed by my view over there, but another fellowship that another institution that really values the place of young people in I guess creating their own, in being deliberate about what they want the world to look like, that they live in and will eventually lead for themselves and for their communities wherever they are. That was something that I learned from present tense, which is keeping good company and growing your ideas by sharing everything it is that you learn with them. That all seems very vague. In practice, I'm here because since 2007 because they offer free food, they offer good friends, and because they give me the opportunity to do things like this, which is inflate my sense of self-worth by speaking in front of you all. No, again, it's the sense of the open source sharing of information, and I feel like now that I'm in the second fellowship, I'm double dipping into the present tense school, as it were, as a New York City fellow, building a project called GeltRush, which is an online aggregator for funding resources and opportunities for anybody interested in finding scholarships, grants, or awards. Anyone who's looking to break into the Jewish community in a way that I didn't have to because I was born into it. But anybody who wants an opportunity to participate in institutional life or further some venture or their identity and have the financial resources to do so, that's kind of my way of hopefully paying it forward to anyone else who's interested in Jewish life. And in terms of mentorship, I feel that in the second stage of my involvement with present tense, I've been blessed with good mentors, and also specifically Dan, who's Dan Calagor, who just walked in the room, and is unlike other mentors that I've had in the past, in that he comes from he's from what I call the outside, or what I see as the outside. A man who spends every day, I think, I've never watched you, presumably interviewing a lot of different people, talking with them about what it is as a, in the world of venture capital, trying to understand how it is that new projects come to be, and which ones have potential, and what it is that people need in order to bring their ideas to fruition. That type of cutting through what would otherwise be a very abstract sense of ideas that I bring with me after many years of working in the nonprofit sector. Dan has a very good way of being frank about what it is that I am missing, or what it is that I should be looking for in order to make my idea, which is essentially a social idea, practical. And I feel very blessed that this is something that present tense has offered all along, and has been preparing me for, and I feel very grateful to be a part of this community. So thank you all, and I hope that you will also be blessed to share that same level of interaction with your mentors and mentees.